for the estimating and back end business stuff and Monday meetings, culture stuff. So he should have answered all those questions. But before you call Brian, I would work through any problem you have first, because a lot of problems you guys have you've encountered before. So before you call him, I would make it like an emergency, or like, hey, I haven't had this situation happen before, and then Brian will be there. But just a heads up, I'm going to be here Friday or Monday. I'll still be doing the schedule, doing all that. So I just won't be here to ask questions or anything like that.
What are you doing?
I'm going to Asheville with a friend of mine.
Oh yeah, you probably really won't be able to answer.
No, you get signal there. I'm not going to be in the woods.
Well, I just want to go for the reason that I'm probably still going to call you. So just be on the lookout for
I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to. I do it every year. I'm not doing it now.
Don't worry, buddy. What are you doing? You're doing it. I'm like not in the woods.
No, I'm going for more than that.
Oh.
I'm not going to like a whole mountain bike.
Alrighty. So, this will be my first meeting that I'm hosting. So bear with me a little. Just keeping it short and simple to the point. I think we need to hone in and focus more on ways that we can save the company money. I think at some point, some of us get a little lackadaisical, I would say, and when it comes to I would say the first one to definitely start incorporating saving money would be the purchases that we make, such as gas. I think we should start treating the credit card and the business itself as if it was our own personal, because I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, most of you guys, whenever you go to get gas, you may check to see who's got the cheapest gas. If you don't have an app on your phone that tells you, or just by riding by certain places, you may or may not know who has the cheapest gas. So I feel like that's something that we should incorporate, trying to make sure that we all get the cheapest gas, as well as the expenditure that we have. Probably not right now because it's almost that cold season. As far as the ice purchases, I'm sure all of us during the summer were getting a bag of ice a day, and it didn't really. I'm pretty sure most people didn't really care how much it costed. You just wherever you stopped, you got it from there, whether it was $3.50, $4.50, or $2. So I think we should start incorporating some type of system to where we all get ice from the cheapest place, or at least keep some in that freezer that we got right there the night before, or whatever it is, to work it out to where we can still get the cheapest ice without taking away from our production time.
Yeah, that's a good idea for sure.
Yeah. So
We could, sorry.
go ahead.
We'll probably buy next year. We could probably swing an ice maker. What you think?
We can do the numbers on it and see how much money we spend on ice, and then see how much money we'll spend on an ice maker.
Yeah.
One good thing about it, I know when I had Helga's Pub, we still gotta clean the thing. We don't get nasty, but it doesn't have to be, nobody's eating the ice. So,
Right.
don't eat the ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and another way that I was thinking that we could save money, this would be more like on the project side, I guess, but I guess it could work for maintenance as well as, the spray techs. The materials that we need, that we use, sometimes we may have either too much or not enough, or I think we just need to start making sure that we're getting all of our materials at the cheapest cost that we can get them at. For an example, I know we get pine straw at Stonewall right up here, and I think they charge us like $5, $5.50 or something like that a bale. But the guys that we get our sod from, it's a guy up there who sells pine straw, and he's got it at $4.25. So that would be another way to help save the company money in the long run. Yeah, it's only 75 cents cheaper, but from a annual standpoint, that's definitely money saved, money in the bank. And the reason why I think it's important for all of us to treat this as such, as if it was our own, like it was our own money, is because of this right here. Because once this is cleared, more money goes to all of us. So that's what I've got as of right now. Do you guys have any other ways or ideas that you can just come off the top of your head with right now that you think would help incorporate this new system?
Does everyone fill up their truck when they're at half a tank, or do y'all let it get down to? Yeah, I would say making sure you run the truck. Yeah, because I don't think we're using more than a quarter tank really in the truck a day. Or it might be a little more than a quarter a tank, but not necessarily half a tank in a day. So I would say trying to limit fuel in the trucks to maybe twice a week, if you can make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal, that sounds good.
And then I think we have enough gas cans on everybody's trailer, except the one Will and Gabe used, to where y'all only need mixed gas, twice a week. Is that right? About twice a week, y'all need mixed gas?
Yeah, that's about right.
And then I would say, I think one thing is not leaving gas inside of those 5-gallon cans, making sure we're actively using them instead of pulling the mower out and just filling it up, which that's easier. And if we wanna do that, that's cool, but there's no point in putting gas in that. Well, I guess you do need some you need some emergency gas, so.
Yeah,
I would say,
oh, my bad. I use it for filling up more mixed fuel.
yeah, so that's actually, we do need that. So I would say just make sure you use the gas all the way down in the truck, in the mowers, in the gas cans before you fill back up.
Alright, another thing we can do is, for saving funds, I've noticed, once my dog Q don't use all the material, a lot of material gets thrown away. Or, I'll probably take it home with this. But I'm saying to the point of, let's say you do a pine straw job and there's leftover pine straw that's eventually gonna go get thrown away. You could put it somewhere in the back, somewhere on the side or somewhere, and if it comes back to it, we could just reuse it.
Right.
And that's same thing with mulch, if we could keep sod alive for a certain amount of time type deal.
Yeah, we need to, get some.
Yeah, but it's
The slide's a little bit more trouble than it's worth,
I'll
but
take the sod.
we should get some, concrete barriers next year, and, you know, like you said, have, like, alright, we put all our extra mulch here, we put all the extra rock right here.
Yeah, but the only issue with that is,
It's loading it up, yeah.
or even if we got it loaded in the trailer, then I go do a job and I have something else, now it's fucking, or excuse me, now it's trash and,
Right.
you know.
So basically, Chris is saying if we can save something, let's save it.
If it's savable.
Yeah,
If it makes sense to
It
save
makes
it.
sense.
I got you.
I wonder if there was like extra sod that you know, like when there was extra sod, there was like a decision like whether or not either we take it or they keep it, pretty much. And then like, so what would we do with it if we had it?
You'll give it to me.
Or throw it away.
I would
So,
say.
like, what if we just like found the person that buy it from us?
It's good for about 3 days from when we buy it, so
We
it's,
generally don't have like a whole pallet left over.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, you know, a handful of.
You'd have to find, it wouldn't be a bad idea, when we live, kinda live here. But we stay at a place where there's a bunch of contractors and homeowners, so, you know, if we put something up there, it might just get taken, but, we put something up there, you know, most people are honest, so put something up there like, hey, however much, we have this much for this, we put it on Facebook Marketplace, and they come pick it up. We could make some money off of it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Here and there.
Or like get money back from?
Well, it's
Well,
already,
I guess, yeah,
it's
you
already
said
been
pay
paid
for
for,
it, yeah.
but we'd be making more money, so that'd be good.
Exactly.
The extra profit.
Yeah, that's how they did it, at my last job. Any extra materials, he would, post it,
Yeah.
and 9 times out of 10, someone would get it.
one
try that.
huge way one huge way of saving money is don't break our stuff, try not to break our stuff, try not to break the customer's stuff, cause that's always, you know,
Cost of money, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
because
the biggest.
damages,
damages.
yeah.
Yeah, that is huge, just something that we can control, you know, most of the time.
I feel like that's
Oh.
kind of common-ish.
I had to pay for I broke this lady's porch light, and I broke one, and they discontinued it, so I had to buy 2 of them to replace the other one because they weren't the same.
Stings a little bit, but we have fun with that.
And it cost me $200, so I was not a happy camper about that.
No.
But, you know, that's just, you know, one of those things that it happened, but as long as we're being more careful, cause I guess I was a little careless, but as long as we're being more careful, you know, the less we break, the more,
The less we break, the more we make.
Yeah.
right, simple as that. So, that's all I got for you guys right
And
now.
if we gotta fill up this board here, I was thinking, we could have a, bikini car wash if y'all down. No, no, okay, testing the water.
I've got a bikini.
I don't know why I'm blinking.
Blue, gray.
Well, I like that, but Keith, everybody, if you, over the next week, have something where you think you could, save us some money, feel free to bring it to the table.
You gotta pass the torch too, McKee. Who's next? Who's next Thursday?
That guy,
Oh, damn.
that guy right there.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh,
Do you accept the
yeah.
torch?
Popcorn. Sure.
Alright, cool.
I'll help him if he needs it.
Excellent.
With his content.
So,
Gotta get
Hey,
that
McKee.
talking up.
I did have a question for you, if you wanna
Just don't want to.
bring it up a little bit, just some service level stuff, as far as, you know, where you're wanting to go with this business, and, you know, if you thought of a specific location, and just kind of what you think about it, and, you know, what's driving you to make that decision.
okay, so the question is, what's driving me?
Yeah, and then, well, what are you trying to do so that other
Okay,
people
so my ultimate goal, the end goal for me is, I haven't bought a house yet. I'll be 30 in January. So, my end goal is to buy my first house outside of the CSRA. And when I came here, and I've always liked the beach, you know, just like everybody else. But when I came here and I saw that there was an opportunity to, you know, leave here and go to the coast, I was hooked on it. Like, from the jump, I was hooked on it. I seen how it could be. I seen exactly how I can picture myself out there, buying a new house, you know, running a business, and that right there is just the ultimate thing that drives me to push myself every day to keep working as hard as I can, to keep making as much money as I can right now in order to save that money. Because one thing that I did in my past, I had a semi-decent job at a pizza place for a little while, and I was making, you know, pretty decent money, like $600 or $700 a week. But I didn't have that level of saving that I have now. That I was spending more than I was making. So that whole opportunity was wasted. It was wasted time and energy for no reason. So now that I've been presented with another opportunity to make some decent money, I make it my business to make sure that this is all for something and not for nothing. That I'm saving the money and making sure that when that time comes to make that big decision and that big jump, I'll be ready for it.
Awesome, man. And so would you say that your short-term discomfort as far as, because I mean, you know, when you're making a certain amount of money, you know, it's easy to spend, you know, either exactly what you make or more than you make.
Yeah.
So would you say that new purpose as far as you wanting to have your own location and going to a place that you would really enjoy, the coast,
Mm-hmm.
would you say that that purpose that you have in the horizon, it helps you to make that short-term discomfort as far as saving money, because that's not comfortable? Does that help?
Yes, that's the only thing really, because, you know, not to my own home, but I kind of live a flashy lifestyle. I shouldn't, but you know, it's just what it is.
You like stuff.
Yeah, so it's very discomforting to know that, hey, I want this. Like, I want Monterey's tonight, even though I had steak out last night or whatever. But I try to limit my spending and not eat out every day, and try to save money in any way that I can, whether that's with my car insurance or with any bills that I have. I set them all up for auto pay, and they all take off like $10, which is really not nothing, but from the annual aspect,
Yeah.
it's, you know,
Something.
exactly. So that's what drives me to keep my flashiness at a bare minimum. Biggest thing I did was bought that truck, but I kind of needed it,
Yeah.
so I bought it. But I did spend a decent amount. I put like $8,000 down on it. So,
Heck
but
yeah.
either way, it was for the better, because now my payments are super low.
Yeah.
And you know, it's working out for me that way.
Hey, it looks good.
Okay.
I like it. I did want to, while we got everybody here, I wanted to congratulate Muquit. He was on that, was it 11 tons of rock? How many tons of rock was that, Sarah Sheets?
It was 11, but we got 2 more.
Okay, so it'll be at 13 tons?
Yeah.
So it's a whole lot of rock, and for everybody that doesn't know, Muquit does projects, and he does them solo. So he makes good money, but he owns that project from start to finish, speaks with the customer, and something about Augusta, one of the biggest things, our whole mission for everybody, I think we've got over 60 locations now, as far as in the Augusta family, and to increase the level of professionalism in the industry. And that can be done throughout all aspects, how you carry yourself, your posture, what you're doing on the job, and Muquit's a great example. So, Muquit's by himself as well. And also what we do here is we try to promote leadership, right? We call every one of y'all a leader. And you don't have to have a position to lead. And you can lead people to look at a company a different way. You can lead people and guide them when they come into the company to succeed. So Muquit was leading by himself and 2 homeowners, the neighbor, I think he did some just some topsoil work over there, and then somebody else who was visiting a friend. I think you felt someone staring at you,
Yeah.
and you gave her a card.
Absolutely.
So I met with her this week, and she said that she watched you, loved the way you were working, approached you. You're super professional and a great example of this company. And she said that she was very happy with your demeanor, the hard work you were doing, and you made her feel super comfortable. So I appreciate that, Muquit. Even like we say, even when nobody's watching, somebody's watching.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate that, man. It was an awesome job.
Let's get a round of applause for our man McKee. Hey, that was Dap. All right.
Well, that was an awesome first meeting, Muquit. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.